Welcome back to the Clean My Space channel. My name is Melissa Maker. I'm an accidental cleaning expert, which means I hate cleaning, but I have found the most efficient and effective ways to get the job done right. And I've been sharing this for the past however many years right here on YouTube. And one of the things I can tell you with absolute certainty is when I started my cleaning business back in 2006, I struggled with cleaning my own place. I figured it out for other people's homes, but I really couldn't keep it together in my own. And the only way to really create lasting change is to create habits. We hear this about diet, we hear this about other lifestyle changes. It all comes down to habits. So in this video, I'm gonna share with you 10 of the habits that I have incorporated into my life that I have found to make me the most successful when it comes to keeping my home somewhat clean. And just a quick reminder, if you haven't done so already, to subscribe to the Clean My Space channel. And I wanted to tell you that we have just released a new ebook all about my 3-wave system. We've done videos on this before, but this goes in depth and shares much more detail in terms of how to nail the 3-wave system, which is the way that I've managed to cut my cleaning time in half, both personally and professionally. Right now, we have a 25% off introductory special. I've got a link for it down below. Go check it out. I haven't figured out cute acronyms for all of these habits, but I have for some. And this one's acronym is A.B.E, always be editing. And this speaks to the importance of decluttering, or kind of finding things that are just out of place or don't belong in your home anymore. A few great examples: if you're tidying a space, rather than just glossing over a pile of something, edit that pile. For example, we get magazine subscriptions and we have to constantly edit that so that it's not a big, increasingly large pile of magazines. The same thing can go for clothing or things that you have on your counter or that you stick on the little console table that you have at home when you're coming in. Editing is key. It helps to keep a space tidy, and it helps to keep the things out of your home that you no longer need. It might mean that something gets recycled, put in the garbage, donated, or sent off somewhere else where it can meet its highest and best use. That's probably no longer in your home. For a long time, I've had this saying which goes, messes are magnetic, or mess attracts mess. And when a horizontal surface like a counter or a table has clutter built up on it, it is very easy to just take one more item and put it there. You'll deal with it later. And that is precisely how we get cluttered surfaces. So the habit to get into is to keep your horizontal surfaces clean, or as clean as possible. Now, I understand you might be working from home, your dining room table might now be your desk, but the idea is to keep these horizontal surfaces as free from mess as possible. That way, they become demagnetized and they won't attract more crap. The habit I want you to think about for this is to come up with your daily non-negotiable tasks. What are these? They're what make your blood boil on a daily basis. And this is going to be different for you than it is for me, than it is for your next door neighbor, because we all live different lives and different things piss different people off. So I'll give you a couple of examples. If you work from home and your kitchen table is your workspace, maybe your non-negotiable is that your kitchen table has to be cleaned at the end of each day. A couple of my non-negotiables: the kitchen floor. It gets a mess every single day. We've got a cat, we've got a daughter who's 4. It just gets messy. So we vacuum this floor every single day. It takes a couple of minutes, makes a difference. The same thing with unloading the dishwasher. It has to be done in the morning. It has to be run through at night. When it is not done, this area backs up like a busy highway and it becomes ridiculous. The kitchen instantly looks messy. So figure out what those areas or zones are in your home. They're generally high traffic spaces. In fact, I know for my husband, it's making the bed. I don't care about making the bed, but for him, an unmade bed makes the whole room feel messy and he doesn't feel like he can start his day right. So God bless, he can make the bed every day. Figure out what your non-negotiables are for you, carve out a little bit of time. You will feel like you're in so much more control of your space, and your home will feel just that much better. Most people I speak to admit that they have too much clutter in their home, but it's hard to get rid of. And I get it. And that's why a long time ago, we created what's called a way-station in our home, which is like a safe holding zone for the items that we think we're ready to get rid of, but we're not quite sure if we want to part with just yet. So a way-station is a space where you can put those items, park them. If you need them, you can go get them, but every 3 months or 6 months, whatever interval you determine, you can then take those items that you're no longer using and send them off to their next highest and best use. And if you want a challenge, if you want to try this and see how it works, start with something small, like a junk drawer. Dump everything that you have in that junk drawer into a box. Have that box replace your junk drawer for 3 months, let's say. Now, anytime you need something from your junk drawer, you can pull it out of that box and place it back in the actual drawer. But at the end of, say, that 3 months, anything that hasn't been used, you probably don't need it. So that can then go. And this teaches you the concept of a way-station and how it works. So I'd love to know in the comments down below, do you have a junk drawer, and does it need a little bit of a junk drawer overhaul? Now, I can't take credit for this acronym because I heard it many years ago and I can't remember the exact source, but O.H.I.O stands for Only Handle It Once. And what this basically means is when you enter a space and you've got stuff in your hands, it's so easy and so tempting to put it down and deal with it later. But O.H.I.O teltells us that while we're dealing with something, we don't get the luxury of putting it down because, as we know, things tend to not happen later. They always get pushed off to another time, and then they sit and pile up and collect dust and make a mess and so on. So what O.H.I.O teaches us to do is to deal with that item in the moment, whether it's a pile of laundry, groceries when we come in, or, you know, for me, O.H.I.O is so big for when I come into the house. I often have a whole bunch of things. So rather than just dropping it down and going on and dealing with other things, I put everything away. The habit I want you to get into when it comes to selecting your cleaning tools is to get stuff that you love, because stuff that you love is stuff that you're going to use. And on top of that, when you get the stuff that you love, learn how to use it proficiently. That way you're going to be efficient. You'll actually want to use it because you know how to do the task at hand and you're going to absolutely nail it. The stuff I have been talking about for years is more often than not the stuff that I still talk about to this day. And you know, I am the first person to tell you when you should not be spending your money on a new thing. And that's because there are so many great cleaning tools that are out there that do the job right. And I always talk about buy once, buy well. That really applies to cleaning tools. Get stuff that you love, learn how to use it. You will be more inclined to clean and you will do a better job. I can tell you that as someone who started a professional cleaning business and had no previous cleaning experience, creating a system was imperative for me to become successful. Meaning for me to be great at the job and to do it in the least amount of time possible, where I could both satisfy the client and also be efficient with my time so that my business could make money. And then what I did with that system was I translated it into what we now call the 3-wave system, which I've talked about for years. And the 3-wave system had cut my cleaning time in half. Now, what we did, because we've been talking about this for years, is we decided to go deep on the 3-wave system. We've gotten so many questions about it. How do you do this exact thing? Or what should I do in this particular scenario? So we put a very comprehensive ebook together about the 3-wave system. And anyone who I've shared this with in depth it's changed them. It's changed the way that they clean. So if you're interested in learning about the 3-wave system in depth, you can check out this ebook. Like I said, we've got a 25% off intro offer available. I've got a link for you down below. And we'll also put some other videos down below that talk about the 3-wave system so you can learn more. But the habit you need to get into when it comes to cleaning is to create a system, whatever that is, so that you can go on autopilot and get the job done well, repeatedly. Because I find cleaning to be dreadful, the only way that I can make it somewhat manageable for myself is to give myself a set amount of time. That way it doesn't feel like it's this nebulous task that I'm gonna have to do for however long it takes me to get done. Instead, I pair my cleaning with some sort of entertaining listen so that I know I have X amount of time to do the cleaning that I have allocated based on what I've chosen to listen to. So for example, I will pick a podcast, say it's 20, 30, 40 minutes. I know I have that much time to do my laundry, clean the kitchen, whatever the case may be. When that podcast is over, I am no longer going to be cleaning, and at least my brain has been entertained while I am engaging in the thing I truly like doing the least. I truly believe that cleaning shouldn't fall on one person's shoulders. If everyone's contributing to the mess, everyone should help clean up the mess. And that goes for everyone right up the chain, no matter how old you are. Even young kids, if they can figure out how to use cell phones or tablets, they can figure out how to bring their dishes over to the dishwasher, or to take their stuff and put it away in their drawer, or to take their clothes and put them in a laundry hamper. What we do at home with our daughter, who is 4, is we try to talk to her about cleaning and habits all the time. When she takes off her clothes at the end of the day, she's prone, she is my daughter, to throw them on the floor, and I say to her, please put those in your hamper. It feels repetitive, but I know within a couple of years, it will just become habitual, which is exactly what I want. Same thing for when she throws things on the floor or leaves garbage lying around. I always take the time to say to her, please put that away, or please throw that in the garbage, because eventually it will register. Now I know this can be harder to do with adults or teenagers, but it's just starting the conversation. Start it gently, start where you are, but get into the habit of talking about cleaning habits, because eventually they'll stick. Give yourself space, forgive yourself. If your house isn't perfect, it's okay. Even my house, I think it's hilarious when people say, oh, Melissa, your house must be perfect because this is what you do. I always say, like, my house, if you were to step in on an average to really good day, would be like a 7 out of 10. We try our best, but we're busy. We have a daughter, we have a life, and I don't want to spend all my time cleaning. So I do as much as I can, and then I forgive myself for the rest. And it took me a while to get to that place, but I can tell you it's so much easier being here than it is trying to compare myself to some perfect standard that I'm never gonna meet. Well, now that you know my top 10 habits to live a cleaner life, I'd love to know in the comments down below which habit resonates the most with you, or what is your #1 cleaning habit that has really changed the game for you, whether or not it's one I talked about. Let me know in the comments. Our comment section is so often a space where people share and encourage one another, so please give it heart and let us know. If decluttering is on your mind, you can check out our 10 Things to Toss series. It'll really give you a good starting off point if decluttering has been on your mind and you're just not sure how to begin. You can also support the Clean My Space channel by, of course, subscribing to it and by visiting our store, makersclean.com, where all of our premium microfiber cleaning products are available. Thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.